So usually with the NHL waiver wire, the wildest stuff you'll see is a guy goes on waivers, gets claimed by another team, that team puts him back on waivers, and he gets reclaimed by the original team who had him. This Raphael Lavoie stuff is like that on juice. From the get-go, the Oilers' original plan was to get him down to the AHL with Bakersfield. He's a former second-round pick who's played really well with Bakersfield the past 2 seasons. He was top 3 in scoring in both. He had a cup of coffee last year with a really good Oilers team, but he's 24 and this team's a cup contender, so there were other forwards they wanted to keep on the roster. He goes and gets claimed on waivers by Vegas, end of story, right? Well, here's the thing, they also claimed Cole Schwindt off waivers from the Flames, and it seems like it was a bit of a pick'em situation as to who was going to make the NHL roster, and at least to start, the answer is Schwindt. So where does that leave Lavoie? Back on waivers. Stan Bowman and the boys see that and are like, oh sick, we can get him back. Maybe we can sneak him through waivers one more time incognito and finally get him down to Bakersfield. And poor Lavoie at this point is like, alright, am I going to be in Edmonton, in Vegas, in Henderson, or in Bakersfield? What's going on here? So the Oilers put him on waivers one last time, trying to sneak him through, and guess who submits another claim for him? Finally, the saga should end here though, because Vegas was the only team to submit a claim for him, so they can assign him directly to the A. At least he's got a bit of stability knowing he's actually going to Henderson this time, and you can see why players prefer one-way contracts to two-ways. My question now, though, is what if he gets called up to the NHL? He's a good player, has some talent, hasn't yet registered an NHL point, but hopefully at some point, whether it's Vegas or Edmonton or someone else, he gets the chance to do so. What a weird situation this was. I can't recall something like this. You feel for the guy. He's bouncing around like a pickleball in the middle of basically a standoff between Edmonton and Vegas. Apparently, according to Puckpedia, he got a bit of extra dough out of it, so that's good for him. I can't think of another situation where a guy was pulled back and forth so frequently in such a short amount of time. If you can't, let me know in the comments. The NHL waiver wire can just be silly sometimes, man. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend. You're awesome.